Hey everyone, this is Harry from Haspers TV back with another match reaction video. Mm, um, how should I start this? Spurs lost to Crystal Palace, 1-0 at Selhurst Park, and it was Palace's first win of the season. So let me just get the line out of the way first. I guess Dr. Tottenham, Dr. Tottenham, is come back. But yeah, just to first get this out of the way, Palace fully deserved their win. From minute one, Palace wanted it more, in my opinion, and that was summed up by the result. And I do think 1-0 kind of flattered us a bit. I think Palace could score like 3 or 4. And let's get into the game. So Ange pretty much put the same team put out last Premier League game, except Maddison came in. So it was Maddison, Kulusevski and Bissouma was the midfield three. And Moore finally started instead of Werner. Let's touch on positives first, which weren't a lot, so that's quite quick. Mikey Moore was the only player on the pitch I think was Spurs who had showed any sort of skill, desire, feel like he actually wanted to be there to win the game. But yeah, from minute one, Palace walked over Tottenham, and they fully deserved to win the game. I could delve into the deeper meanings of this. I don't get cancelled. But Ange just stood there just watching everything happen, no reaction. He did make some changes later on. He did go 4-4-2 when Richarlison came on, along with Werner, who I was really unhappy to see come on the pitch, regardless if he was just on the bench and he came on later. And Sarr, and he put Bissouma with Sarr, and Werner and Johnson as his four. But Van de Ven was even bad today. Romero was bloody awful. I thought it was quite embarrassing how badly played. Porro again, meh. Udogie, meh. The front line, Solanke, poor. Johnson, poor. He's been poor since his goal drought started. And of course, Moore, like I said, was only shining light, really. But Palace deserved to win. They destroyed us. And there was no part of me who felt that we were ever going to get something from the game. We could have played another 90 minutes, 2 hours, however long I would put it. And we still wouldn't have scored because there was just literally no creativity, which is kind of ironic because Maddison and Kulusevski were both playing initially. They seemed to do nothing. Palace were up for the fight. He clearly wanted to win the game more than us. There was only a small part of me that kind of feared that because Palace have not won a game all season. And at some point they had to win. It's just we went into this game almost like we always do, where we think we're going to just turn up and win. And we didn't. And the players' mentality is part of the problem. But then you have the manager who says apparently yes to all the players. His words, not mine. I keep saying this, his words, not mine. I say yes with these players, including the Greys, the Bergwalls, he doesn't even use. And I wouldn't use it if I was him anyway, but like, you signed up to this. You even tell us you signed up to this last week. So I can only really blame you because you agreed to these players, you agreed to this squad. It's not like a Conte who came out and said I didn't want Spence, as an example off the top of my head. You agreed to all of this, so at the end it's going to be culpable just to you. And whilst obviously it's easy to me say Levy out and push it to Levy because he appointed him, but he's just I hate to say this, he's a puppet, and just basically a puppet. He's a yes man, and he knows, maybe deep down he knows, which is something I've been saying for a very long time, that this is the biggest job we ever get in his career, and that's shown by the fact he's like 50 something in managerial terms, which is quite late anyway. And he was managing 20 years in Japan and Scotland and places like that. And no disrespect, but they're nowhere near the Europe's top 5 leagues or even Europe's top 10 leagues. So his success in his previous part of his career doesn't really hold weight to me. And I think it's just been proven week after week. Our away form is horrific. We've won 3 away games in the whole of this year, 2024, which is abysmal. And I stand by what I said last season. I think teams worked us out when we played Wolves at home. We lost. And I just think teams know our weaknesses. With the same weaknesses, Palace caught us a lot on the wide areas when obviously our fullbacks would invert as normal. And it just didn't seem like he was really affecting the game. Even when they made the changes, and just stands there like this. As a player, I would not be inspired by that personally. Like, I need someone to be, I'm not saying to tell me exactly what to do, but Glasson was screaming at them, right? Palace players. They were out to win the game. It didn't seem like to me, he comes across in some ways like he doesn't care. But to me, it's just uninspiring. The only manager that did that in my life that was probably Nuno, which was a few years ago. I think even Nuno was like, I don't know, it's quite close between Nuno and Ange in terms of unaspiring, but they're both really bad. But Ange, for me, give him his P45 and let's call it a day.